Hey guys, Karen Rose speaking.
Child, excuse the way how I look, child.
I want to say this first. Thank you to all my subscribers. Thank you. I might not have a lot, but thank you for the 215 subscribers that I do have. Thank you guys for subscribing to my channel, and let's continue to grow with each other. You know, I know sometimes I might say some shit y'all don't like, but shit, sometimes y'all need to hear it. My mama say shit I don't like all the time, but goddamn it, I have to hear it. Shit, you know. They got a lot of people I like to say shit that I don't like all the time. But I'm like, all right, you know, that is what it is. Sometimes, you know. But anyways, I'll say this. Today's video, we're gonna be talking about the negatives and positives of YouTube. Now, I will say this. I might go off of what I'm talking about a little bit, but I'll say this. My positives of YouTube is that I get to tell the truth. I get to express how I feel. I get to share my thoughts with you guys on, you know, what's going on in the world and what's going on in the Black community and what needs to be done in the Black community. I get to communicate with people that feel the same way how I feel. And one of the reasons why I started this channel is because I'm gonna be real with you. I wanted to call out a lot of the bullshit. I wanted to call out a lot of the movements that don't mean the Black community no good at all. I want even Black Lives Matter. I wanted to call out all the bullshit because a lot of people it feels like a lot of people are probably thinking the same thing I was thinking. But at the same time, they didn't want to say nothing. They'll just say something behind closed doors. One thing about me I can say is that I'm fair. I feel like I don't just go after Black women, Black men. I don't just go after one movement. I go after all the movements. It's certain movements that I gotta still go at and, you know, talk about, to be honest. But, you know, I'm gonna do movements that I think is bullshit. Part 2, trust and believe. I'm gonna do it. But right now, you know, I just been on my femininity because I need to practice on being more sweeter and nicer. And I'm sweet and nice in person most of the times. But anyways, but like I said, I feel like I'm fair. I feel like I'm firm but fair. You know, I like to call out bullshit. But at the same time, one thing I'm really going to start doing, I'm going to start calling out positive shit. Because I believe in every community, I'll say this, we focus on a lot of negative because we're influenced by negative shit. You know? So, and this brings me to my negatives. My negatives of YouTube is that the trolls. I don't like the trolls. What I do is that I'll say this. I'll go back and forth with you for a little bit, but after I say what I say, I'm blocking you. Because I don't have time to keep going back and forth with a person. I don't have time for that. I'm tired of it. I don't know. I'm getting too old for this shit. I'm young, but I'm getting old for that shit. But and then it'd be people that don't show their face. That's why I'm like, okay, what am I arguing with you for? You don't even show your damn face. You just talk shit all day. You know, and I don't like the fact that it was one girl who I kept going back and forth with, and I was like, nah, I can't keep doing that. Cause this fool went on all my videos and just had something bad to say about it. I'm like, but you're a dumbass. You know, you talking about it. I'm not smart. You not smart. Number one, you watching me. I'm not watching you. Number two, you're giving me views, dumbass. If you don't like me, don't watch me. I never understood a person that if you don't like this person, don't watch that person. YouTube and all, don't watch them. And I'll say something else. I'm gonna go on to my Black female predator video because I didn't go in on you bitches how I should have went in on you. But I said, you know what? I really want to focus on the information that I want to give to Black women. Because like I said in the video, I talked about how the black woman's body is special. I talked about, how, if you abort your black babies, they're not, like I said, they're not just flushing babies down the toilet. They're not flushing fetuses down the toilet. They're using your children for other things. Well, they're aborted, the fetuses for other things. They're using it to put it in food. They're putting it in medicine. They're putting it in a lot of things that we don't know that they're putting it in. So, and I also talked about Henrietta Lacks, and I talked about how they're using her cells to this day. Her cells are still reproducing, and they used her cells for a lot. Cancer, HIV, all type of diseases. And it's like I'm trying to tell you that, trust me, black woman, you talking about aborting your black males, you got something special in your body that they want. I also talked about the placenta. And like I said, I didn't go in on black female predators how I should have went in on y'all. I gave it a break. Because I don't feel like always being negative. So I noticed that even though I mostly focus on the black woman's body and, all those other things, I felt like bitches still came and had some crazy to say. And I'm like, well, damn, did they watch the video? I didn't really say too much about black female predators. I just talked about the body. I talked about the baby. I talked about Henrietta Lacks. I feel like sometimes you motherfuckers just read the title and just want to leave a comment. That's dumb. Don't do that. At least watch the video and then give your response to it, Which brings me to my next topic that I want to talk about.
Child, excuse the way how I look.
And I'm going to make a little point, talking about this. I heard the Dave Chappelle special. And I heard that he talked about, a transgender woman by the name of Daphne. And she was a comedian. And she opened up for him, but she didn't really do that good. But she still had a lot of courage because after she finished, she sat in front of the audience. Dave Chappelle said, okay, I like that about you. They went behind the stage. They went, in backstage after the show was over, I guess. And Daphne was actually making a lot of people laugh. So he said, okay, so you are funny. See, what I'm going to do is, every time I come to San Francisco, I'm going to let you open up for me. That's cool. Daphne was happy. Now I'm going to fast forward. Dave Chappelle did a special called Sticks and Stones. And he talked about LGBTQ. And we all know LGBTQ didn't like that. So what they did was they dragged his name all on Twitter. And the best response that Dave Chappelle came with, he said, I don't give a fuck because Twitter's not a real place. I was like, that's the damn best response I didn't heard all year. So Daphne actually stuck up for Dave Chappelle. And LGBTQ didn't like that. So they end up dragging Daphne. 6 days later, Daphne ended up committing suicide. Now, I do believe Daphne was going through some things at that time. But I do believe by people going on her page saying nasty, evil, wicked shit that pushed her over the edge. Now, this is not all LGBTQ. It's just the motherfuckers that went on her page saying stupid shit. That's the ones that I'm calling out. So, Dave Chappelle is talking about that situation in his new special. Now, you would think after, Daphne committed suicide and Dave Chappelle talking about this, you would think LGBTQ, and I say not all y'all, will look in the mirror and be like, damn, have we, maybe we do need to change. Sorry about that, guys. But, like I was saying is, instead of them looking in the mirror and saying, damn, maybe we do need to change our attitude, are we really becoming the bullies that used to bully us? But instead of them doing that and listening to the message that Dave Chappelle said in his new special, they still have this fuckery attitude and talk about yelling and screaming, talking about they want to cancel Dave Chappelle. And I guess what I'm trying to say is that sometimes all we see and hear is negative. Even when a person is giving us, criticisms, it could be for our own good. But we look at it as, no, man, you hate. No, you just don't want to see me live my life. And we could be stopping our own growth by doing that shit. And another thing I want to call out is that I want to call out LGBTQ because I believe they're so quick to say when a straight person is picking on a gay person, that's why they committed suicide, because they were being teased because they were gay. But nobody in LGBTQ was held accountable for what happened to Daphne. So, like I said, I already knew, I felt like she was going through some things prior to that, but at the same time, I do believe that is what pushed her over the edge. But, like I said, multiply, divide, subscribe. I'm tired, y'all. I'm about to be on out of here, y'all.